You've probably heard the term blind spot, essentially where there's something that you should be able to see or pay attention to, but you ignore it for whatever reason. Do you have a blind spot when it comes to your business or your job? You do have a blind spot. I'll prove it. By the way, if I'm actually talking to anybody who's blind, sorry. Hermann von Helmholtz, a German scientist about a century or two ago, actually was the first one who figured out that we have blind spots and why. And essentially, there's a part of the back of the retina where the optic nerves actually leave the eye on their way to the brain, and, well, there's no light receptors there. So there is no way to actually see light. So we have a blind spot. But the mind, cool thing that it is, actually ignores that and is able to sort of fool us into thinking that everything's okay. Don't believe me? I'll prove it. So here's what you do. Yes, I'm Mr. Wizard. Take a piece of paper, and on a piece of paper you put a plus sign on one side and a dot on the other. And essentially what you do is you hold it about 2 feet away or the like, and whichever side the plus sign is on, close that eye. So in this case it's on my right, so I'm going to close the right eye and then focus on the plus sign. And as you move the paper towards or away from you, the dot will actually disappear. That's because your eye doesn't see it. And instead, you'll just see a white space. And you can repeat that by turning the paper upside down and then closing the other eye. But the neat thing is that the mind actually doesn't notice. Because when it comes to blind spots, ignorance is bliss, baby. So one of the most important skills you can develop professionally and personally is knowing when you have a blind spot and what it is you're missing. How do you deal with your blind spot? Comments below.